Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Swimmer, and this is my first ever playthrough of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy, and we're here on day 74, or it's coming to an end, I should say. This game, man, I could say it every single time, but like, honestly, I want to talk to Xion some more, but it's going to be a while until he's ready. Well, no use staying up now. Heading to bed. Starting a video with heading to bed. A very Romer tradition, I feel like. We do that a lot on this game, I think. We have, what, 25 days left? In this possible route?
Prepared. Be ready to give your...
Because the reason I say possible route is because we could go to day 100, or it could be like, you don't know. It could be 85, it could be 80, it could be tomorrow, it could be today. You never know with this game. I better go check the cafeteria, wonder if anyone's there today. Because like the last route we did, the last second route did end on like, what, like 60, around there? But I wouldn't be against it wouldn't be crazy for it to go, like, I think he's going to, it has the same info as before. It wouldn't be crazy for this to go, like, to 100 days, the way it's going right now, honestly. It wouldn't be crazy. There are a few more people in the cafeteria today than before, okay. Oh yeah, Ada's just here? Talking with you to sleep well? Morning, what are you doing here, Ada? What am I doing here? It's that thanks I get for making the effort to endure your odious company. He's like, man, I have to sit here and listen to you guys? Nobody asked you to be here. You're a real strange one, Ada. Hard to believe we're both made from the same genes. Yeah, I'm still having trouble believing that myself. Yeah, we're all brothers and sisters. Genetically. So, like, in clone terms. I know, right? We're also different. No one think we came from the same stable, let alone the same family, because we all develop different memories. And way, like, here's the thing. Genetically, yes, they are, like, from the same genes, right? But they have all developed in different places memory-wise. If you see their memories as, like, real things they experience because it developed their personalities now, right? Obviously, it's not real. Then they all came from different backgrounds, different places, different locations, different mindsets, different values, everything. Apparently, they found us all kinds of different scenarios, so the unit had more variety. They really took it to the extremes, though. Couldn't they have made some of them a little more normal? I think they could have, like, you know, refrained from from a lot of the stuff that they did. You don't want to talk. Well, do you think they should have refrained from like everything in general? Even those backstories were constructed for us, it doesn't mean we're not our own people. Yes, you are. That you are your own people. You are. It's like how kids don't always turn out the way their parents expect them to. You can't control every aspect of a person's life. Yeah. And we are alive. Yes. I love it, Tsubasa. I love it. You're right. Apart from our memories, we're just like regular humans. If you can even call us humans, we're clones of Xion, and he's a futurine. I don't see that there's any real evidence between the two species. Difference between the two species. I mean, it turns out none of you are human after all, but you still look just as hideous to me. There's like a weird comfort to that, where it's like, hey, you're all ugly to me anyway. You may not be humans, but you still have the same ugliness, you know? What's your point? Not that like you want to be like the evilness of humans. I'm saying like in terms of like him like seeing us the same way. Humans disgust me. Knowing that you're genetically future hasn't changed my perception of you. So you're basically all human. You look, sound, and smell as repulsive as anyone from Earth would. And that's like, again, it's like strangely like weirdly like him saying like, hey, you're all alive. Oh God.
Oh.
Atsugi's peculiar perception isn't a quirk of his so much as a glitch in his program, so it is a glitch. I think something must have gone wrong when he was having his memories fed into his brain. Okay, so... yeah. As a result, instead of growing up with a strong attachment to humanity, he developed a deep hatred for them instead. Or perhaps that glitch is a bug planted by insurgents in this operation. This is still bad, by the way. I want to make that clear. That is still bad. The fact that there's even a chance that someone could have a glitch in their personality because of what you did to them is still bad. So I'm defective good. No, look, listen, we're gonna get Saray at some point, I swear to God. But that defect helped me show humanity's true face. Maybe I'm the only real success among all of you. Oh, sure, that makes sense. Not. All that doesn't change the fact that we all share the same blood. I don't think Saray should be allowed to just like congregate amongst us guys. I really don't. Like he just like he boils my blood with all the stuff that's happening. He really does. I know he's just like a construct of like the will of humanity, but like I can't stand him anymore. We're all brothers and sisters. We're family. Brothers and sisters, family. That connection is one thing here that's real, not part of some fictional backstory. We ought to take care of each other. You and me, family. What an absolutely nauseating idea.
Hey.
For once, I agree with you. Our connection to Xion and each other, that's real. Everything we thought we knew is a lie, except for that. We're not just allies, we're family. I love that sentiment. That doesn't mean I'm totally ready to accept it yet, though. I mean, again, I don't have to explain my reasoning with Saray. You've seen all the other episodes. I don't have to explain my reasoning with Saray there, why I'm just not a fan of him anymore. Our breakfast, I managed to make a little conversation with everyone except Ato, that is. After a while, we left the cafeteria and went back to our rooms. It is perfectly normal for us not to want to talk to Ato, by the way. I want to make that clear. Like, even if Ato is 100%, and he is, he is 100% a victim in this. In fact, one of the most severe victims of this whole situation. It's still normal for our characters not want to go near him after knowing what he did, you know? I only first met these guys when we all arrived here, but we're actually all family. It's weird, but the fact that it doesn't really change anything, we can still fight alongside each other like we always have. Actually, we don't know if we'll keep fighting yet. We're going to discuss it the day after tomorrow. I wonder if the others have come up with anything yet. Maybe I should go talk to them. Some free time, okay. So we're still heading towards as you said, we're heading towards I want to leave the room. For some reason I like leaving the room. It's like a ritual. We're still heading towards the bonding rank, the max bonding rank with some of these characters here. So let's go here. Who were we giving presents to last time? It was... Oh, we haven't talked to Shion in a while. She wouldn't be around right now. He wouldn't be around, right? I'm guessing he wouldn't be around. Okay. Yeah, so again, as I said always, I have no problem pulling back the curtain for this type of stuff. I haven't played this game obviously in like 5 days or so. That just happens sometimes. Usually I play this game like 3 days in a row from Wednesday to Friday, and then I'll upload those videos. So like there's like a thing like that. But it's one of those situations where obviously I'm gonna have to like it takes a little bit to get back into it, and then once I'm back into it, like it's grand. So I guess we should did we max rank? We didn't. I think we're close to max ranking Ima though. The decision we made was to go with max ranking these two characters very quickly, right? But I think I decided to go with one of these first because because Hiroko's on rank 3, and just to get these to rank 5, then work on Hiroko then. So I think since Nozomi is like a big part of like the last story, let's go with Nozomi and then we'll go with Ima then as well. Yeah, that was a tough episode last time. It really was. Tough episode to get through.
Wow, I can have this? Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
Yeah, legitimately, like when I made this flower box, I actually made it out of like obsidian and volcanic ash. And someone told me I was crazy, and I told them it was Nozomi I'm making for her, and they're like, "Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense." And I'm like, "Yeah, it just makes perfect sense." Should we go and see if we can level up some of our abilities before we do anything too? Because you never know when there's another battle going to happen, and we did get some like BP. It's BP in this, isn't it? BP. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. We have 26,000. So let's go with what we use the most. Let's just bite the bullet. Go with what we use the most. We use Nozomi's bolstering bullet, or we should use it more. And I think this would be an encouragement to use it more. Right? Yeah. Let's see. What moves do we use? Okay, hold on here. Twisted Whip will get attack +1. I think that's a very good option. We use the Twisted Whip a lot. But should we also do like Fatal Contingent? No, we should upgrade Sacrificial Viper because we use that quite a bit too. Yeah, I can't believe we haven't upgraded this yet. I'm willing to go max rank on Sacrificial Viper. And no, we'll go Twisted Whip. Yeah, we're gonna, again, it's one of those things where like we're using a lot of our resources here, but it makes sense. Like it's gonna make sense in the end, honestly. Ava does not really point right now, at least. Gaku, I think, we could definitely level up too. But I'm going with like the moves I use like the most in this as well. Spear Rain. Yeah. I'm not really against that. Like that extra bit of damage. But then again, it already does such good damage. But like honestly, like yeah, we use Spear Rain a lot. I'm good with that. I'm good with what we just did there. Like why like there's also like the encouragement of using other moves. I feel like we use Yugumu and Kako's move a lot, so it kind of makes sense that we would do that. So I'm good with that. Just like the same way now, like I feel like you building up Ima a little bit more actually raised our like encouragement to use him. So it's like it's a little bit opposite. Like sometimes you level up a character like Takamaru where you like use his move a lot, and then sometimes we'll gain voltage on or like try to make someone boost their attack. And now Ima is like one of the most utilized characters that we have now. Here we go. We still have so many resources. It's nice. It's very nice.
Wow! I can have this?
Hmm?
Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
I destroyed God for this. He is gone. They are gone. She is gone. All of them are gone. The amalgamation of Dorman has been defeated for this. It's so funny because I've been playing this game for so long now. All these sounds like have become like I feel like 10 years from now I'm gonna hear like this sound and like wake up. Another day's gone. They've been going so quickly lately. Or I feel like I'm waking up. We need to come to a decision, but still I have no idea what we should do. What's the right choice here? Is there a right choice here? It's a very tough situation. Asking myself the same questions over and over, I drifted off to sleep, hoping it might give me some relief. You guys know my thoughts on that. Like, 100% humanity's in the wrong for what they did. They had a place to live up on the satellite. They had schools, homes, all this stuff as well. And yes, it will eventually deteriorate. They still obviously invaded another planet, so that's wrong. But right now, Veshness is not a representation of Futurims anymore, as she is literally killing Futurims and then trying to keep us from fighting as well. The way I look at it, as I said last time as well, it is legitimately like one side is like the Academy is like keep fighting. The other side is Veshness, keep fighting. And the top is all these people who were like very upset and scared, keep fighting. There's like all the surrounding situation of keep fighting on every single side. We're being like, passed back and forth like a ping pong ball. It's dark in that way. It's really dark in that way.
Up and Adam troops, time to get ready, prepare, be ready to.
And obviously the free time days like pass by the time a bit as well. Go to cafeteria first. I like to ask if anyone's coming with new ideas. Once we get into like the 80 mark, I feel like things will probably like speed up a bit as well. At least that's what happened last time. So he's in a different position, so I wonder if he's like something else to say. Morning, Sumo. I know you must be struggling with a lot of complex feelings right now, but the lives of everyone on the artificial satellite are in your hands. Whatever happens, please don't forget that. Manipulative, 100%. And people can say like, well, no, Calvin's just like telling you exactly what it is, 100%. But like, the way he's saying it is not like, okay, here's how you weigh up your options. He's saying it like, you gotta understand what your duty is. You know what I mean? But that scream was like one of the most manipulative things they've ever done in this game, and it's intentionally manipulative. It was again forcing a child to sit in a chair and go like, tell him how much you want to live. I'm really scared. Like that's so dark. It's so bad to do that. Who's here now? Oh, quiet bunch. There were only 3 other people in the cafeteria this morning, and they're all eating in silence. Good morning. Morning. Takamaru acknowledged me with a brief reply, then glared at me for a while before speaking up again. So you decided anything again yet? No, to be honest, I'm still completely lost. Guess even your experience in the future can't tell us what the right thing to do is this time. I don't think there's a right choice here. Whatever we decide to do, we still have regrets, heavy ones too. I think that's an important thing to say as well, is that like no matter what, there's an outcome here that's going to be like a little bit harsh. A little bit, I say, But once again, like as I said, like I have no problem like defeating Veshness. Just because again, what Veshness is doing, Veshness is like destroying her own kind. Like she's 100% loves the idea of the war, not based on the fact of like protecting her people, but based on the fact that she wants more people to suffer. So I'm not like, I don't feel too bad for Veshness, even though 100% Veshness I feel like is a product of the invasion. You know what I mean? She's able to like realize all the stuff she's able to do because of the invasion. So I don't really see it like it's hard because it's like while it's like yeah, Veshness is killing her own people, it's also like yeah, but like would she have even known how to do all this stuff if it wasn't for like us coming back in time? It's like there's a domino effect. That doesn't make it right, by the way, what she's doing to her own people. I want to make that clear. That's just kind of a unreasonable position we've been placed in all the time. Right, this war will end in tragedy either way. Yeah, this invasion is going to be tough. I know it sucks, but there's all the more reason we have to make a choice. At times like this, we have to take future into our own hands. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days, but I'm really not good with all this complicated moral stuff. So I tried to think about what everyone who died would have done if they were here. Darumi, Kyoshika, Karada. We should consider Ava's feelings too. She was one of us who known for a while. Man, nobody considered Ava's feelings when she died. Let's make that perfectly clear. I know, like, again, I'm not trying to be harsh on our own characters. You know I love our characters. But that's what happened. Nobody considered her feelings when she died. That probably sounds disrespectful for the one who killed her. I'm glad you... Don't say that if I thought it would make any difference. The difference would have been, like, again, it's one of those, again, we got more information, and I'm glad we got, it's like, I'm glad we got more information about what this war is and stuff like that. It's such a great revelation, such a great story, and such a horrible story in a way, like, how harrowing it is. But, like, my choice would have been not, like, as soon as she started pleading and stuff like this as well, it's like, we can't. She literally has her own mind still in there. We killed someone who wanted to live. That's just the end of, you know, and again, the reason I'm not sugarcoating is because I feel like it's one of those situations where, like, you know, the time for sugarcoating is gone, well gone. It's past. You know what I mean? Like, it's just past. We have to look at our failures and our flaws. And while we can understand where our positions are coming from, like, Shoma was not in the right mind. We can also say that. But we did, on that day, end someone's life who wanted to live. Just end of. Don't be so hard on yourself. You did what you had to do. Besides, I'm the one who signed off on it. I just want to release her from her suffering. Or maybe it was where I could say I couldn't stand to see her like that anymore. There was a soul inside her that wanted to live. Her death is my responsibility. I bear it in my own weak, pathetic way. Anyway, Darumi probably wouldn't care either way. You know, she loved her killing games. She did love the idea of people killing each other. Kyoshika, though. She and her soul were devoted to justice. I don't think she'd want to keep fighting in a war where... Oh my god, what a way to... I never even thought about that. I love Kurohoko saying this as well. Again, Kyoshika would have been on the side of justice. She would not want to attack someone. She would not want to, like, invade or colonize. You know? Which is what's happening here. What about Karada? I can totally imagine her flying up the handle when she found out the great and powerful Suzuki clan didn't really exist. But then she'd be all like, I just have to build it myself starting now, and I have to save humanity so I'll have plenty of filthy peasants to rule over. Yeah, or whatever. He has a good impression. Yeah, that sounds about right. 1 for, 1 against, 1 neutral. Even if they're here now, they'd be just as conflicted as the rest of us, 100%. Darumi was a character as well. Can I just speak for Darumi? I think she was a character who did love killing games 100%. She probably would have been for it, like, all the killing. Or, I guess, like, not caring about it. But, like, she also was a character who, like, many times saved our lives. Just as we were sinking into another uncomfortable silence, somebody else arrived. Shion. Shion appeared out of thin air like he always did, but he looked a lot weaker than usual. Everyone gonna talk to you for a minute? Of course. Of course. Are you alright? He doesn't look alright to me. I don't have much time. I have to make this quick. I'm sure you all know this, but I'm not going to live for much longer. If I'm going to die anyway, I want my life to mean something. I was raised to be nothing more than a weapon. It didn't matter how I felt, so as long as I carried out whatever task was given to me. But now there's something I want to do. Now I have a clear purpose. What's that?
I want to die for you.
Oh, Shion, this again.
I don't want my life to just flicker out. I want to feel like it was the price I paid for my friend's happiness.
We know that he wants to have meaning behind his death. We know this from the other time there with Nozomi as well.
And it's a price I'll pay gladly. That is what will give my life true meaning. It's
hard to think of it like that though, right? It really is. Shion. Don't worry about me. Make whatever choice is best for you. Veshtis would only absorb my cryptoglobin herself or find some other way to weaponize me. And then my power will be turned against humanity instead. What he's saying here is that if we don't utilize him, Veshtis will utilize him. Just this once, I want to have a say in the matter. Oh my god! And again, he's talking about, like, again. That's what convinced me last time as well. The idea of, like, he should get a say in his life. If I'm going to die, I don't want it to be for people I've never even met before. I want it to be for all of you. That's all I want.
I want.
Shion. And he leaves, and without Shion fade away, leaving the 4 of us alone to ponder his words. He wants a meaningful death. This decision feels more important now than ever. Now. Our options are far from ideal, but we still have to make a choice. That's the curse we've been given to bear. A curse. I couldn't have put it better myself. We ate a hurried breakfast, and after that we went back to our rooms to think things over some more. I still haven't come to any important conclusions. I have no idea what we should do. Maybe it's like Kuroko said. And there really isn't a right choice. Right or wrong, we'll have to make some kind of choice, and soon. It's the only way for us to take our fate into our own hands. And free time as well. Yeah, what they're saying there with Shion, like it seems like he's saying like if I if I don't die for something, I'm just going to be utilized as a weapon for, or like that's what he's predicting. And I honestly think like, if Vestius has gone this far already, Vestius could find a way to use Shion as well. Shion was supposed to be what was called like the second coming, so it's not crazy that she would try to utilize him again in some way, right? It's definitely not crazy. But once again, we're met with another thing where Shion, last time at B, wants us to make a choice that is based off of, how do I say it? That's based off of like his own possible regrets and his wanting to feel like he did something for other people. It's so hard to always think about. It really is. So difficult to think about.
Wow! I can have this? Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
I literally had to go to the Shadow Realm at the end of Season 2, and at the start of Season 3, I came back from the Shadow Realm with this. There we go, max bonding rank.
What I told you the other day is exactly what I'm thinking now. As a human, I feel terrible that we've treated you so badly and forced you to fight.
So I wonder if they would have not allowed you to do the rank 5 of this until you found this out? Is that possible?
I have no right to say this, but
Interesting.
I don't think someone or something is fake just because it only exists in
incredible.
your memories.
I think it's beautiful what she's saying here, by the way, but it's so incredible that you probably wouldn't have been able to do this until you had that conversation.
Because those memories still moved you. Your memories of Katawa drove you to action, right?
Yeah. And we understand what she's saying here as well.
So, please, don't ever
Oh my
forget
God.
Katawa. Cherish those memories you have of her.
Beautiful stuff from Nozomi.
I think that would make her very happy. It's just a feeling that I have.
Like, absolutely, like, amazing stuff from Nozomi. Like, and it relates so heavily to the story as well, right? Of us, like, being a clone and us feeling like we're maybe, like, our memories weren't real. And she's like trying to tell us to embrace, like, those emotions we had, like, all those feelings we had. We did have those feelings. Those feelings were real. Wow, what a interesting and, like... First of all, mechanically, the fact that, like, it like, totally is related to the story that we're in right now. But then also, like, a very beautiful moment for Nozomi to, like, talk to us directly and be like, I mean what I said. I'm sorry for what happened to you. I really am. I'm desperately sorry for what happened to you. You shouldn't have to feel this way, but you do. And also, like, all those feelings you had about Katawa, like, how are they fake? You felt them. And, like, while it's, like, obviously not literally real, I still think there's something to be said about the idea of it being, like, figuratively real, where it's like we still had those emotions, we still had a childhood together, just not what we thought it was going to be between us and Nozomi, right? And between us and Katawa. If he says, wow, I'm going to go nuts.
Wow.
Ah!
Me? Yes, thank you.
Ima, I'm not even joking. To get this, I literally had to walk into the invader camp, high five all the invaders to make them feel like that, like I was one of them. I was dressed up as an invader, by the way. That's one detail. And then I had to fight all the Supreme Commander. The Supreme Commander is dead. Vestius is gone, and I got this for you. Oh, wow. 2 rank 5s. We're going to be able to do Hiroko's rank, probably.
Kako is the most important person in my life. So it doesn't matter
Wait.
that my memories were fabricated.
Does this bonding rank only happen for some of these, or does it change? It probably changes depending on whether you know this information or not. Because, like, there's some routes that we just wouldn't be able to get a rank 5 then, right?
Like, I won't tell you guys to keep going as if nothing's changed, though. This is a big revelation.
It is, but honestly though, like Ema, like the fact that you're saying this is actually very important too, because we're realizing that other people are going through the same ideas that we have, that Takumi has, which is like these, like even though like these feelings are fabricated, I still feel them, you know.
You've basically lost all the important people in your lives, along with the lives you thought you had.
He's being very extremely mature here.
I don't know what the right thing to do is, but I'll keep following you
Ema.
guys like I always have.
Could you believe that this sweetheart who refused to fight alongside of us in the first part of the game is saying this now?
I do take some pride in the fact that I'm friends with all of you.
Oh my god.
See?
Are you joking? There's been so many beautiful moments in this game, and this moment right now is in the pile of like importantness. It's probably like one of my favorite moments ever in the series. He takes pride in the fact that he's friends with us. Oh wait, that's how it's ending. I take pride in the fact that I'm friends with you. That's beautiful. I take pride in the fact that I am friends with you.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
That was so beautiful.
You never know. Well,
How
then.
far Ema is con, like we even talked about like how he never wanted even anything to do with us, and now like he's like saying that he's proud that he's friends with us. Our 4 days are almost up. Tomorrow we have to decide what we're going to do, which direction our lives are going to take from here. What? I'm sorry, I'm still reading from the Ema moment. So fantastic. And yet here I was still hesitating, still unable to come up with a definite answer. It's going to be like that. It is going to be like that. Day 77. That emo moment is going to be on my mind forever. Oh my god. And just like that, we reached day 77, the day we promised to discuss things with Saray. This was the day we decided our future going forward. Is this going to be an actual choice, I wonder? I made my way to the war room. Maud Umeko sent me some more choices for this route. Alright, good. Everyone's here. Well then, let me just contact the Tokyo Residential Complex so humanity can show you their war. No. Knock it off, man. We don't need to hear all that again. Again, he was trying to be manipulative again. I love Takamaru saying this. Don't do that. Understood. Sorry, he was trying to manipulate us again. So have you all made your decision? Are you ready to tell me? We haven't had a group conversation about this, right? You okay, Kako? Oh, she's obviously like very frustrated here as well. I get how you feel, but you need to figure this out. The enemy won't stay quiet forever.
Hey!
Before we get to that, where's Shion?
I'm right here.
He sounds so tired. And he's still a little bit faded, right? Shion flickered into view, still looking weak and worn out. How are you feeling? Thanks to Saray, I'm okay. I should be able to last through this conversation at any rate. That's good to hear.
Aha!
One more thing before we get to the main event. If you guys decide to abandon humanity, you should probably destroy me. What? But I just finished fixing you.
Hey!
I've told you, haven't I? This mission's success is everything to me. If you use the fight, I'll use my means necessary to make you change your mind, so you should take me out before I get the chance to. So he's saying, like, I will blow you up if you don't do what's right. To him and what's right. In his mind, what's right. Thanks for the warning, I guess, but what about the bombs? Just take him out in one hit like I was going to. You still die, but you'll come back right afterwards. Then we just have to bust up the defense route to stop the final assault, right? Yeah, that'd save all the people on this planet, but we'd also be leaving everyone on the satellite to die. And Shion would. Don't worry about me. If we do stop the final assault, what then? We'll have to make a new life for ourselves on this planet, of course. We'll constantly be on the run from Vestius in the future. That's the thing. We generally will be. We'll be in hiding forever. Oh my god, look at Eva. I spent plenty of time on the... I spent plenty of time on the run back in the complex, yes. Although I guess none of that was actually real, was it? But you have those memories and those experiences, which is horrible that they did that to you. They put those memories in your brain. It's ... but it's horrible. Talking, remember what I told you yesterday. I want to make the choice that's right for you. Right, I know. For some reason, I found myself thinking about when I first met Shion. That moment. I had no idea who or what he was back then. I just saw something I didn't understand and was afraid of it. Isn't it crazy how far we've come just from like those moments where the shocking moments? I remember the first time I put that in like the title of a video, I was just like, who is this? You know? And now like here we are. But it's thanks to him that I was able to travel back in time and redo these 100 Days of War, yeah? It was thanks to him that I'm here now. That was true in more ways than one. Shion had saved our lives time and time again. He has. That's why it hurt so much when we couldn't return the favor. No matter what choice we made, there was no saving him. How are we going to decide this anyway? I'm getting tired of standing around thinking about it. Discussing it further won't get us anywhere. Our viewpoints are just too different. Even if we can't come to a unanimous decision, there's still one way we can settle this. Is it voting? What's that? We'll leave it oh, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. But yeah, the beautiful aspect of like the relationship with Shion is like, again, and all the relationships in this game, we talk about just Ima, how far he's come with this. How far every character's come, how far Nozomi and our relationship came, how far our relationship with Hiroko has come, how far our relationship with Gaku and all these characters has come. It is a big theme in this game of being so amazing at developing relationships and personalities to the point that I am like always so amazed about not the end point, because I know it's not the end. I want to make that clear. It's not the end. But where we are now, I suppose, is a better way to say it, right? This is where we are now at this point. It's always amazing to me. It really is. It really is. Me? Yeah, but they do it all the time. We can't put all the responsibility to Takumi again. I don't know, I've thought about it a ton, and I'm pretty sure I can't decide on my own. I think so too. Of Takumi, I know I can trust him. Same here, I'm happy to leave the whole abominable business in your hands. What do you think, Takumi? It's fine, I came back to change things, to take the future into my own hands. If you're all okay with it, I'll do the same thing as well. I haven't looked at the choice I'm supposed to make yet by the day, but I will get it up and we'll see. I don't even know if we're continuing fighting or not. Then I'm on board too. I'll follow your lead. We're trying to get obviously the second scenario route. You sure about that, Nozomi? Unlike the rest of us, you're an actual Earthling human. I'm also part of this team. Whatever you choose, I'll stand by you until the very end. And we know this Nozomi would stand by us. Nozomi is like this, right? We're all agreed then. You got this, Takumi.
There's one last thing I'd like you to bear in mind.
Nope. Let's make this decision.
Your memories of your time on Earth are all fictitious. There's no denying that. But those memories of the Tokyo residential complex and its people are based in reality. They're good folks who just want to live their lives. Remember those people. They're powerless, and you're the only ones who can help them. The choice is yours. But I want you to save humanity.
Oh God.
Because, in spite of everything,
Oh God.
they are your people.
Okay. Let me just talk about again another bit. To me, again, I don't care if like people see this as not manipulation. This is my personal take, like what it is. Here's the situation that's at hand here, right? Yes, 100%. These people did nothing wrong themselves. These humans, they didn't want to invade a place. They didn't choose to invade a place. They did not choose to colonize this place. They did not choose to any of this, right? They did not choose this. They did not choose world death. But then again, they did, cumulatively cause global warming. But that's usually like to do with like big corporations and stuff, I guess, anyway, and like major infrastructure and stuff like that. Usually is the biggest effect on that stuff as well. What he's saying here is that it's your people. The reason I hate the whole thing is that yes, we are technically human, right? And the way Eito talks about it too, like we have the spirit of being humans as well. But we were manufactured, tortured, and put false memories in our head in order to invade and colonize a planet. That's what we were made to do. And this is gonna sound harsh. This line here, this is gonna sound so harsh, and people are gonna think it sounds harsh. They're powerless. They're the only ones who can help them. The people of Futurum were clearly, powerless against their world being leveled. And they will be powerless against their entire world being leveled on day 100. That's just the truth. And yes, it's 100% natural to want to survive, right? But these humans on this planet, they're going to have to live with the idea forever that they survived and got a new planet and colonized a new planet because their world was deteriorating bit by bit. Now, not being destroyed. There's no time frame when it was going to deteriorate. They have homes and schools and hospitals and lives and food and cafes and restaurants and parties and birthdays and all this stuff. They have all that stuff on the residential complex, right? We don't know when it's going to be destroyed. But they will have to live with the fact that another powerless country on day 100 world is about to be eradicated. And the reason I say it's really unfair for him to say this sometimes, I really do think it is, right? And while, here's the thing, like, I also acknowledge that this is just telling us the truth. And not the truth in terms of, like, it's your people and stuff. I'm saying, like, yes, these people just want to live their lives. Yes, that is true. it's also a situation where we're dealing with the fact that for them to be happy, other people not only have to suffer, but have to be wiped out. We have to level a planet for these people to have their happiness. Think about that. Me saying think about that as if we haven't all been thinking about it. Just a phrase, you know? Yeah. I know. It's horrific. It's horrific, and I never liked the whole like come on, these people just want to live. It's like, yeah, but their happiness is based off the leveling and ending of another planet. I took another look around the room. No one spoke, but everyone looked back at me with different expressions. Fear, pain, sadness, loathing, confusion, rage, despair. But that wasn't all. There was also hope and affection and determination. And as I love these characters, by the way, I love these characters. I would do anything for these characters. Kill the Futurans or let humans... That's it. Kill the Futurans or let humans die. But I want to say this as well. It's not that humans die right away. It's that humans die over a period of time that could happen where the satellite's deteriorating. That's what we should say as well. And I also want to say as well, and again, I don't care if it's one of those things where I'm harping on it. None of us want to be responsible for the death of such widespread scale. They leveled this planet. This planet is leveled. It is destroyed. Heroes have died, families have been destroyed, children were killed and taken. Humans are already responsible for this. All the same, it had to be done. One side had to be sacrificed so the other could live. This is true in an odious sense where it's like, we chose this planet. The Futurans didn't choose for us to come here, right? Choose for us to come here. It just makes my blood boil. It really does, this whole situation. It really does. The humans saw a planet and go, that looks like our planet, let's take it. We might not have this satellite in the next 200 years. All I can do is press forward and trust in my decision. I don't care, guys. It's something that is always gonna be on my mind, and I'm gonna check the choices now. And I have a feeling I know. I kind of think that my prediction is that we're gonna have to keep fighting, and the reason I say that is because that seems like what keeps the story going, probably. This would be my choice, right? But we're gonna check the actual choices themselves, okay? Checked it. Yep. We are fighting to end the people on this planet and colonize it. If we successfully complete this mission for you, you promise to be able to live happily from then. Oh my god, that wouldn't be happy for me. I wouldn't be able to think about it. I wouldn't be able to get it out of my mind forever. It'd be on my mind for the rest of my life. Absolutely, as a hero saved you, save you, man, you'll be denied nothing. Everyone will be so grateful to shower you with riches and let you live however you want. You'll be the happiest people on the second earth. All right. Again, yes, that would be amazing, right? To have like all these riches and to have like all these this love and care and all this stuff. But I wouldn't be able to get it off my mind that I literally was responsible for the leveling and destruction of an entire species on a planet. Of people. Just destroying them outright. I wouldn't be able to get it out of my head. That's what we're doing right now.
Oh.
It sounds like you decided, and I think you've made the right choice. Music is gorgeous. Music is absolutely gorgeous. It's not the choice I would have picked. If this will make you all happy, then I know my life will have meant something. Thank you, Shion, and I'm sorry. So you'll do it? You'll save humanity? You'll keep fighting for them? Everything we know comes from false memories. We don't know a thing about the real humanity.
But there are probably people just like me and Karuha out there.
The music is stunning. It's so stunning.
People who are happy living a mundane, average life with each day just like the day before and the day before that.
Yeah. And there's no denying this part.
The only ones who can save those people.
There's no denying that part.
then there's nothing more to say. However much we may resent them, I still can't bring myself to turn my back on humanity.
Again, there's so much truth to the idea that there are people, you know, there's women, there's men, there's children, there's people, there's everyone living their life on this planet. There's people who are just discovering themselves for the first time. There's people who have, like, you know, made amends with their friends or family. There's people who have yet to make amends with their friends and family. We don't know when the world would end. It could be 100 years from now, 10 years from now. We don't know when the satellite would end, right? There's no doubt that there are people living there that don't deserve to die, right? But as I said, the opposite of that is, for them to be happy, we have to commit an atrocity like no other. That's what this. Let's not just say that this is us not. We're fighting for humanity. We are fighting to destroy a planet right now. That's what we're doing. We're ending the existence of an entire civilization.
Even if I only feel that way because of my false memories, I'm going to stand by it.
That said, I already feel like I made a big mistake. How could I not? This would mean the death of millions, maybe even billions. It is, you are committing an atrocity. There's no way around it. There's no sugarcoating it. What you're about to do is committing an atrocity on a level that, like, will never be forgiven or should be forgiven. We just need to get that out of the way. Then why don't you share the regret with the rest of us? Now that you made our choice, I'll stand by with you to the very end. I know you will, Nozomi. That's why you're freaking incredible. That's why all these characters, I love them so much. They will stand with Takumi. They will. Oh, Nozomi, we'll all share the regret together. There's something, like, you know, amazing again about this group. Even in these, like, very horrible and harrowing moments where I feel sick. Like, we always have this group to support us. And I'm here for you too. It's the least I can do after leaving all the big decisions to you. Everyone's crying as well. This isn't the kind of burden you should bear alone. It belongs to all of us. And all of humanity too. Humanity should be aware of what happened here, yeah? And Hiroko said this from the start, by the way, that like if Takumi's making the freaking decisions, you all have to accept it. All the more reason for us to stay strong and help each other get through it. You guys can count on me. I'll do whatever I can. Oh, Kako. Sounds like we're all on the same page. Same. Now that my mind's made up, it's do or die. And you're okay with this? With supporting humanity's invasion and massacring all those future ones? I'm glad someone said it outright what's about to happen. You know what I mean? The what it is. Of course I'm not okay with it, but I want us to survive. And when this war is over, I want us to find some kind of happiness.
Hey!
That's the future I want for us. That's the kind of future I came back to create. And I do like that, like, 110%. Takumi saying what he said all along. Like, he's not going against, like, his values of what he said before. He wanted to come back, not to make a happy world for humanity per se. He wanted these people to be happy. It was never about coming back and fighting for the academy. It was never about that. He has always wanted the most amount of people in the academy to be happy in the end. That's what he came back for. That's why he felt like such a failure when Darumi died, when Kyoshika died, when Kurara died. Because that feels like a failure of a mission already. He's not lying when he says this. He's willing to do all this to, and again, he said this from the beginning, the reason he came back was to make the most amount of people happy and let them live happy lives. I want to make it clear too, these characters do deserve to live happy lives after everything that's happened. They deserve more than that. The whole thing of, you'll be showered praise when you come back, they should have immunity against anything. They should never be insulted again. It should be a crime to look at them the wrong way. You know what I mean? After everything that's happened to them. And thanks to all of you, I prepared to live with whatever guilt and regret choice it brings. And I love again that the game 100% doesn't shy away from the atrocities of this situation. That's why I love this game so much, is that, like, whilst it's like a situation where, like, the game is like, you will have to do something pretty horrible, at least the characters aren't, like, justifying it in a way that's not like that. They're acknowledging that this is, like, a very, like, I'm using quote here because, like, people might disagree, selfish in a way. It is us. It's Takumi making the decision so all of the academy students can survive. Right? And the game's not shying away from that. I'm living with the regret of the choices this brings. He's not shying away from that at all. I want us to keep living too, as allies, as friends, and as family. That's the first time he didn't, like, discount himself. I sure as I don't feel like a hero anymore, but if to save our skins, I can get behind it. Fine, I'm gonna have someone, Gaku, for me when it's all over. Even if I can't make my own family happy, I'll make myself happy enough for all of them all, because they're not... His angel, well, the tears as well, angel Gaku. And this is it, like, and I understand, like, I would do anything for this group, right? Obviously, like, I would have made the different choice here. But it's like one of those situations where like I think it's a well written story having a character like these characters go through so much, and in the end, Takami's like, I'm gonna live with the regrets to make sure that these people that I love dearly are happy. I stand by your decision from the moment you allowed me to join this team. I noticed how I wanted to end. It's the least I can do, and thank you for giving me a place to belong.
Everyone, thank you.
We did not. I'd even nearly do it for you.
1,000 times thank you. I thank you from the very bottom of humanity's collective heart.
We're not doing this for you or for humanity. We're doing it for us. That's what I'm saying. And I genuinely do think it's like, in terms of like writing, like the journey that Takami has been on, like for him to come back and just be like, I'm going to make sure that my friends and my family have a nice place to live. While again, I don't agree with the leveling of this entire civilization, it falls in line with not only Takami's feelings about this group, but like this kind of like acknowledgement of the regret they're going to have just to find a place for happiness. It's crazy writing, but I feel like it falls in line with like obviously again, I would say like it's hard because it's like whenever I think about it, it's like, no, we're leveling an entire planet though, you know what I mean? But I think in terms of like what like this, it's like it's crazy writing, but like it's like they're acknowledging how awful this decision can be. To give us a better life, we will eradicate everyone on this planet. That's it, yeah, that's it. They're acknowledging it 100%. That is what's going to happen. To live a happy life, you will have to destroy an entire planet.
From here on, we're all in this together. We share the same
Oh my
destiny
god.
and the same sin.
We're all gonna wind up in the same place then wherever we go. If there is again, I don't believe in obviously God, religion and God and all this stuff, but like, you know, if there's a heaven or hell, everyone's winding up at the same place. We're living there forever. This was no right choice. What we were doing is wrong. Yes. The moment I made the choice, I instantly regretted it, but this was the path we chose for our future, 100%. And there's no turning back for it now. It is 100% a regretful choice. We could continue to live lives as we had done and protect this academy all the way up to day 100. 23 days left. Having finally settled matters, the meeting broke up and we spent the rest of the day doing nothing in particular. That's the thing, like, and I think this game is like, Kodaka, like he will make the most horrible situation happen, and he'll have a character, like, it'll seem like he's like not acknowledging it for a second, and then the character will say exactly what you're thinking. Like the stuff with the TVs last time, I was like, oh my god, this is so manipulative in my head, but I was like, I told you, I was ready to explode. I was like, as soon as this is over, I'm going to say exactly how I feel. And I felt like I was going to do a 20-minute rant or something. And then Nozomi said that, and I was like, there it is again. There's the writers of this game showcasing that, like, a lot of these choices are freaking wrong. A lot of these things that people are doing is wrong. This manipulation, you know? Everyone was exhausted from agonizing over the decision for so long. What we needed was take some space to breathe and live a little bit to time to recover. I talk about getting exhausted over anxiety before it happens. I've said it before, like when I get anxious over something, I'll agonize over it for like, you know, maybe days. And then as soon as you're relieved about it, you feel exhausted and tired and you can sleep.
Get ready for it. So, I have something to tell you,
what?
Members of the Special Defense Unit. I contacted the artificial satellite and let humanity know about your decision. They all have the
You didn't see me roll my eyes.
for you. Once again, thank you. You are mankind's hope, our light in the darkness. We will never forget what you've done for us. Your names will go down in history.
They don't need to go down in history. You promised they'd have a happy life. They're going to go down now. Before history. They're going to be the most well-known people and they'll get whatever they want.
Glory to Last Defense Academy and the Special Defense Unit.
Yeah, a lot of eye-rolling stuff there. It's not. They will go down in history, but they should also be given whatever they want at the end of this. What's that got to do with what's happening here? This is crazy. If I'm left alone too long, I end up thinking about everything way too much. My head just fills up with guilt and regret. It makes it hard to work up the energy to get out of bed. I'm so tired and heavy. Maybe I'll take it easy today too. We're just gonna relax for the day? After the snooze, my eyes flickered open again. I wonder what time we... Oh, they're playing music. Okay. The backtrack. I got out of bed and checked the clock. It was already past noon. Well, I really slept in. I felt well rested, but also ravenous. Everything, even with everything that was going on, my body still needed food. Maybe that was proof, if proof would be needed, that I truly was alive. A very interesting way of putting it, right? Very interesting way of putting it. I should head over to the cafeteria. Okay, let's go to the cafeteria. I'll just say first floor cafeteria as if like, but I know why they're saying that. They're saying it because it's just in the game just in case people get lost. Unsurprisingly, there was no one left in the cafeteria this late into the day, of course. Wonder where everyone is. I said about filling the gaping hole in my stomach with anything I can get my hands on. Shion! How you feeling, bud? You're finally awake. Shion, have you seen the others today? They're all taking some time to relax, not as much as you, though. Yeah, the moment I let my guard down, I got really sleepy all of a sudden. I like those human aspects, though, like the showcase that people get tired and get anxious and get overwhelmed. There's nothing wrong with taking a break now and then. Are you feeling any better now? I don't know if I'd say better exactly. It's more like now I've made my choice. Things have clicked into place. We know what we have to do. We just have to see it through. There's no use thinking about it anymore. I think that's for the best, too. How about you, Shion? Are you really okay with the choice you made? Well, I don't really know what it will be like when I die. But I do feel sad when I think about it. I won't be able to talk to you guys. Oh, that's so heartbreaking because I do love Shion like being a part of our story as well, you know? In a weird way, though, I don't feel any fear or regret. If anything, I'm proud of my life that can be used to create a better future for all of you. That's lovely. You're already using your life that way? I no longer have to live my life, live a miserable life, just feeling my power drain away day after day. So it's like this thing where it's like, like they're using up their power, but now it feels like they have a purpose. You give me the chance to choose how I live and how I'll die. My life was always going to be short, so getting to decide how I use it is a big deal for me. I have something I care about now. Something I want to protect. That fact alone fills me with pride. Oh my god, his smile always like makes me so happy. That's how I feel about all of this. Wow, you're so strong, Shion. You are too, Taka. Being forced to make your choice like this would, like yours would send most people over the edge. Truly. It just showed up out of nowhere. Ada, where'd you come from? I was minding my business in my cage and I started to get hungry. After all that excitement yesterday, I guess it's no wonder everyone forgot about feeding me. Oh my god. Well, you still have to freaking feed him. Right? It doesn't matter if he's in a cage, you have to feed him, guys. How did you get out of the cage in the first place? You forgot to lock the door, honestly. I'm starting to feel like you don't even care about me anymore. You can't tell me that this isn't like Joker coded. You know what I mean? When I say they're like Joker and Batman, it's more like one-sided Joker, you know? You locked me out and you didn't even close the door. Do you not care about me anymore? Don't worry, I'll head back there right after I get something to eat. I believe him, that's the crazy thing. Hey, do you still want to wipe out mankind? Huh? In Takabe's future, you absorbed my power and talked about going back to the satellite and killing everyone. You're not thinking about doing the same thing this time, are you? I have to admit, if I had obtained the power as great as yours, I doubt anyone could stop me from doing whatever I wanted. I could prevent the heartless massacre of innocent futurans and give humanity the punishment so richly deserves. Honestly, like, the people on the satellite do not deserve to get slaughtered. They just don't. Right? They don't. Like, it's always like with H.O. lately, like, parts of his statements, like, yeah, like, they are massacring, we can prevent the massacre of innocent futurans 100%. And it's like, give humanity its punishment. Whoever should get punished is legitimately, like, the commanders, the people of the Kamakura General Hospital. Those people should be punished. You know? I don't know why, I'm not, like, Takumi, I love you to pieces, Takumi. I love you so much, I love your hair, I love you and everything, right? But I'm not surprised here to even ponder this type of stuff. But I won't. I promise not to cause any more trouble after all. Like, it's not surprising hearing him say this. And it's half moral. You know what I mean? It's half moral. Don't get me wrong, it's not because you've reformed me. I still despise all of you with every fiber of my being.
Hey!
Yeah, I know you too well by now to think you could ever change. What a sickening honor. With that final disdainful remark, Ado turned to leave. Well, I'll be going back to my cage. I can only stand to be around you so long before the urge to vomit becomes too much. Fair enough. You know what? Understandable. Whatever you say. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not... Again, he's totally, like... It's horrible to even think about slaughtering all those people that did nothing wrong on the satellite. They didn't even know about all the stuff that was happening, right? The people that deserve probably to be slaughtered are the commanders and the leaders and the people that organize this. Yes, punish them 100%. And he's also right about saving like the Futurums as well, 100%. Like 100%. It's just that he's like lately Ato's always been so close to being like morally right. You know what I mean? Like he's always like it's like yeah, we should punish people. Yeah, you mean the commanders, right? Okay, but what about you think about Futurums? I want to prevent their massacre. That's so true. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But you did mean the commanders, right? Like the leaders of that did this to us. Right? You know, he's always so close. It's like Ato's so close to being on the same wave like this being, which is, I don't know if I should be scared or happy or terrified or ecstatic or worried or whatever. You know, at this stage. When he had gone, I spent a little more time with Shion before going my way, and I returned to my room to think about what to do next. You know what I mean? I guess it's like a fun moment that we've gone so far with Ato, but he's almost always there. I've still got some free time today, but I think I prefer to be alone. No use forcing myself to be productive. Correct. If you are not in the mood to do something, you will half-ass what you're doing. There's so many times where I get to a point where it's like 8 p.m. on a Saturday, and I'm like, believe it or not, guys, I tend to like start to wind down earlier than I used to, but if I'm like, oh, I haven't drawn yet, and I'm tired, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. It's got to be trying to be more productive the next day. We made our choice. We have a mission. We'll protect the school for what remains of these 100 days. Only a little more than 20 days left. We just have to keep fighting until then. It also goes with friendships as well. If you force yourself to go to a party you don't want to go to, you're probably going to end up being very rude to someone who you really like and care about. I decided to get an early night. Tomorrow, after all, would be a new day. Ding dong bing bong. He's standing up still.
For humanity's great tomorrow. For our
shining future.
For this school.
Sereno is like being so like patriotic, like, you know, because he knows that he's technically won.
Stand tall with your comrades and step up to the challenge of mankind's most difficult mission.
He's won. You know, his choice is won.
Glory to the Special Defense Unit, the hope of all mankind.
I wish we could just turn off the TVs, because again, it's like he sees it as this very patriotic, like, I'm fighting for my country. You know what I mean? Wave the flag in the background as I fly my plane. You know, that's not what it is at all. You know, it's horrible still, but that's not what it is. But he's spinning it as that, probably for the people on the other planet as well, on the satellite as well. For sure. Okay, time to get up. After resting up through most of the day yesterday, I was feeling better than I had in a long time. I wonder what the others are doing, though. How are they feeling? I don't want them to get too depressed about everything. Maybe I should check the cafeteria and check on them. Yeah, and I love that he took a day for himself. Right? Even though he did go to the cafeteria to get food, he took a day for himself. Didn't go and find everybody. What does Saray do? What does Saray have on him? Even before I opened the door of the cafeteria, I heard intense shouts come from the inside. There's laughter going on, though. Be gone for this place, out with the demons.
Whoa!
Oh my god, are they doing like a play or of some kind? Not today, demon, out you go. What are you guys doing? I've never seen, it's so crazy that we're like, I'm 80 hours or so, no, even, I'm probably more than 80 hours into this game right now. I would say I'm legitimately like, because some of these episodes have been 2 hours nearly. I would say like I'm probably 100 hours plus into this game. And this is the first time we've seen this model. Like, that's crazy. Apparently it's a ritual to banish evil, completely ridiculous if you ask me. The demon known as doubt resides in our hearts, brother, and it must be exorcised, brother. And this demon must have its head severed, exposed to sunlight, and next stuffed with soybeans. I'm simulating that by focusing all my mental and spiritual energy on these beads. Out with the demons! Out with the demons! Saray's Saray's the one who's playing the demon. Thank you, Boko. My heart feels lighter already. There's no way something like this actually works, but I think it's the right. It's the. I don't want to say placebo effect, but it's not even just a placebo effect. Sometimes like moments like this can like make you feel a little bit more at ease. It's the same thing as someone like buying like a charm or something after you as well. Even though like you might not fully believe in it, it can make your mind feel at ease sometimes, you know? Is she not here today? Creating that avatar seems to be use up a lot of his strength. Coming here every day and night might be a little bit too much for him. You may be very considerate. I guess that makes sense. Anyway, we made our choice. All we gotta do now is psych ourselves up and get it done. You think so? There's still plenty of time for us to change our minds. Well, you quit joining our conversations like you're still a regular member of the team again. Again, Gaku's fears, totally founded, totally accurate. But there's a part of me that's like, yes, I'm still not like the massive fan of Eito, but 100% he's like, again, a victim just like we all are. He deserves to be part of the decision making sometimes in this stuff too, I think, you know? He kind of does. It's horrible, but he does. You do hang out with us an awful lot for someone who claims to hate our guts. Well, I did find out you're not the kind of humans I hate after all. Oh! Because we're actually Futurans, right? Very funny. Tell me, don't you hate humanity after what they've done to us? Are you going to let them off the hook just like that? I wouldn't say hate exactly, but don't you want a revenge? Wouldn't extinction be a fitting end for them? Eito, when you talk about humanity, who do you mean exactly? Huh? Is it the people who created us? The people who kidnapped Shion? Those people deserve it. They deserve it, right? What about the people who are working hard and support their families, or little kids who have never seen a real sky or above their heads? They do not deserve it. You know what I mean? There's literally a kid up there right now, right? The age of 13, right? Who just like gave chocolates on Valentine's Day to like another person in his class. You know, this little dude at church, and he just gave the chocolates to another dude in the class, right? There's literally a person who is like just discovering themselves and who they are and all this stuff. 110% they do not deserve it. That doesn't excuse, by the way, I want to be clear, that does not excuse the slaughter of a planet, but I'm saying like they don't deserve to die, but neither do the Futurans. It's the people who organize this, yeah. When we get back to it, they should die. I'm sorry, but they should die. I actually found out that like a lot of these videos, by the way, the Last Defense Academy videos are just are like gone in restricted mode. So already like it's like one of those things where like I sometimes am careful about using the words like, you know, like die and stuff like that as well, and stuff, because you probably hear me say like the words like ended and stuff like that as well. Not because like I'm trying to like censor myself, because we do say die a lot too, but I don't want to say it like all the time, because sometimes it could like the phrasing can get really weird and like if YouTube picks it up. But apparently all my videos like restricted anyway, so it's like, you know, all of them just want to live. They all have to make sacrifices sometimes. That's not so different from us and what we've been doing. Even you made some tough choices for the sake of your own survival. You don't even know any of those humans on the satellite. Can you really say you hate them all? Can you blame me? Those are the memories I was given.
Oh!
And now that we know the entire truth, Mr. Atsuki's hatred feels a lot more understandable. Towards the commanders and the leaders and the people that kidnapped Shion, yes. I only wish it didn't. My point is I want to create a future where we can all be happy. That's why I decided to fight for humanity. That's what gives us reason to fight. It's what gives this war meaning. I see, you really do have a strong heart, Takumi. I wish I could admire you more, but you just look so disgusting. He's shook by this conversation though, right? You can sense that too, guys, right? You can sense Eito's being a little bit shook by this. Why does it have to be this way? Maybe these eyes of mine are really a defect. Oh my god, this is horrible, because like now it's like, again, he's a victim. He's a victim in all this. 100%. You know, I've always wanted to ask, what exactly do we look like to you, Eito? It's hard to put into words and describe the hideous monsters about the best I can do. Just looking at you is enough to turn my stomach. Again, they implanted something in his brain that went wrong, because now he sees people as hideous monsters and his hatred for humanity is growing. That is horrific. They have made it so he can never have a normal life if he tried. I'm not saying that, like, but I'll make it clear, because that sounds bad, because like I think some people like also like will relate their own cognitive differences, not to the idea of this exactly, but like the way that like people see the world in different ways too, right? That's totally normal, and everyone deserves to have their own life and live their own lives and I think it's one of those things where they need support and acknowledgement even of the differences that they have from a very young age, 110%. And you know, I never want to discount people like that, but I'm saying that like he, like right now as it stands, there's like literally no way that he could like coexist with people without seeing them as monsters, you know, and that's horrible what they did to him. Could you try drawing one of us? Oh, interesting. I could, but I wouldn't recommend it. I have to draw your bulbous protruding eyes, your inflamed, sickly-looking skin, the holes oozing. Oh my god. Not to mention, I need to find a way to depict the way your blood-curdling voice is cut right through me. Like nails on a chalkboard. That would be painful. Okay, yeah, maybe don't do that. This is what they did to him. This is what those freaking leaders on the satellite did to freaking Eito. It's horrible. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding? That sounds like almost perfect life form. No. Saray, stop. Is he still doing that? Ato left to go back to his cage, and strangely thoughtful look on his face. Yeah, he shook. The rest of us finished breakfast and headed back to our rooms. I'm actually getting the episode here, guys. And, because we're probably going to get some free time here. We're going to day 80 now. To talk about like all this, I think like, if you forgive me like for, saying that maybe we won't harp too much on the idea, because I think I've talked about it a lot, even though like there's nothing wrong with reiterating our feelings, because one of those issues, but you guys know how I feel about like the decision we made today, but I think we'll only talk about it briefly, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, this is one of those situations where it's like, it's painful to even think about sometimes, and we just have to think about it sometimes. I obviously like stand by my point that no civilization deserves to live on at the expense of another civilization of people. Just because one civilization is in pain and suffering doesn't mean the other civilization has to carry that burden. That's not how life works. That is not how life works. At the end of the day, what is about to happen, and I'm glad the game acknowledges this, this is a massacre on a scale that is unprecedented. Is about to happen to these people. Natives of this planet. That's what's about to happen. The natives of this planet are about to be massacred on a level that is never seen before. For the sake of people living on the satellite. That is a fact. Right? That is what's happening right now. As the story is now. The decision that was made today was something, again, when I say it's well written, it's not that I agree with the decision, it's that there's something, that's aligned with like this kind of like all the torture they've gone through, and now Takumi's decision is, I'm doing this for these people and nobody else. I do not give a damn about humanity. I'm doing this so we can live a happy life. It is 100% acknowledging, they acknowledge it is a selfish reason to do this, but that's his choice. His choice is, I want to have a happy place for our characters, even for Ato, for everyone to live in harmony. That's his choice. And the game acknowledged that it is a terrifying choice. It is a terrible choice, but it is a choice that he made. We do disagree with the choice, but it's one of those situations where it's like, he is doing this for all the people that he came back for. And I do love that there is a moment where everyone's like, we will carry that burden with you, because again, it's so unfair to have Takumi to like make the decision, but not, and if you had no one supporting him as well, really horrific idea, really horrific idea. Yeah. That's my thoughts on that, really. And then like we had like, I guess like the moments after this as well, like, with Ato, which is also like a very interesting conversation to have as well, because you can see he's being shook by this. You can see he's kind of like, maybe not conflicted, but there's something in him that's changing in his mind, where he's like, as soon as he heard he was a quote unquote defect, I don't want to use that word, he started to think about like probably the opportunities and like what would happen on the outside of this if he didn't have these eyes that made him look like this, or made him see the world like this. Because it is a 100% a cruel fate that has befallen him. It is cruelty beyond belief. And it's the same with all these characters, all the memories that were put into him. In terms of Ato's memories, it was a failed experiment that they just went on with. Just ship him off. Or maybe they didn't know until then, because they had to have failed the experiment and then put the memories in his head of him as a child being alone with these things. So they must have failed the experiment to put these in his mind, and then like of his vision, and then decided to create a backstory around it. That's crazy. Because not only that did he have a hatred for humans, he also like felt like extra hatred because like he was alone. And I want to acknowledge as well, it doesn't make like all the stuff Ato did in the first route like okay at all. It doesn't. That was a horrific thing that was happening in that first route. But I think it's okay to acknowledge that he is 100% a victim in this situation. And if we can find some way for him to be able to live harmoniously with humans, that's what Ato wants. Then at least there's like a consolation there somewhere. You know what I mean? It's a crazy episode, crazy stuff happening, guys. The decision was made. I also love that they had with the hangouts, they had like very specific hangouts for the situation at hand. And I love Ima saying like, I'm proud to be your friend. That's so amazing. And then of course, Nozomi being so supportive of us. I think the group has gone to the point once again where they are so close and so tight, even through all this fear and drama. They do love each other, and they will, fight for each other, especially fighting for Takumi as well. It's a really beautiful thing. And I'm very proud of them in that sense. I have nothing but praise for this group. And you guys know I love this group. I would go to the ends of the earth for this group. And there's, again, it's one of those things where they acknowledge it's a selfish choice, but in terms of writing, it is a masterfully like done writing thing where it's like he came back to save humanity and look what he's about to do. I don't agree with it. It's 100% they acknowledge it. It is one of the most horrific things that could ever happen. It is the slaughtering of humanity, right? There's no other way to look at that. It is the slaughtering of humanity. Of a civilization. For the sake of nerd civilization. And I'm glad they don't shy away from that. I'm glad they don't. It is a horrific thing that's about to happen. And that's what we're doing. And it feels terrible. It feels absolutely awful, but that's just what's happening now, I guess, for this route. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Thank you guys for all supporting me. Thank you guys for also like disagreeing with me, but also being very respectful. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to Tyfire 2, JB Bull, Jada Badada, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, and Yusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Xperia, Jared Bean, and I'm at the highest tier of my YouTube world. Give me 7 and Blasco, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.